Hey guys, Jip here and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. But we're going to be using ChatGPT today because I was scrolling through TikTok getting a lot of different scenarios people would run to get different answers out of ChatGPT, and I decided, hey, you know what'd be cool? Let's see how ChatGPT would actually design a multiplayer Call of Duty game based on a scenario that we've written up, essentially that it's been playing every Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4 in 2007 religiously, and what it would recommend to build. So let's give it the prompts and see where it lands. So this is going to be a bit longer of a video. I'm going to include timestamps down in the description below. That way we jump around. We cover everything from perks, gun, kill streaks, to map design, and even skill-based matchmaking versus public matches and connections. So if you just are curious what ChatGPT would like to recommend for its Call of Duty game that it's designing for multiplayer, then you can just hop down there and just leave your feedback on each section. Do you agree with anything it's suggesting, or do you think that we need to keep certain aspects out? Alrighty, so the prompt we're gonna start off with and setting up the scenario. You are a Call of Duty multiplayer player who has played every Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 4 in 2007 and have 30 days played of in-game time on each game. How would you design a multiplayer Call of Duty? We're going to put in the scenario, put in the prompt, and we are going to watch as it builds it out. So it tells you it's an AI model and it doesn't have personal opinions or preferences, but it's going to try anyway based off of the scenario. So let's see how it is. If it were to design a multiplayer game, it would focus on creating a balanced, fast-paced, and competitive experience that rewards skill and strategy. The game would have a variety of maps that cater to playstyles, game modes such as traditional deathmatch, objective-based modes, and battle royale. So it really is picking up since Black Ops 4. The game would also feature a robust progression system that rewards player for their time and effort with unlockable weapons, equipment, and cosmetics. Additionally, it would incorporate a strong anti-cheat system to ensure a fair and competitive playing field. Lastly, the game would prioritize community feedback and support with regular updates, events, and communication with players to ensure the game remains fresh and engaging for years to come. This is funny. Like, this is its priority right off the bat. It's not mentioning gun streaks or anything. A progression system that is rewarding, a strong anti-cheat, community feedback and support with regular updates, events, and communication with players to ensure the game remains fresh and engaging for years to come. This game it's designing sounds more like Modern Warfare 3 right now than anything. All right, so let's start off with perks. I'm going to ask it to create, let's say, 15 different perks with 3 different tiers. What perks would you implement into your multiplayer? Let's see what it goes with this. Now, I have done a little bit of scenario running before this video, and I found that it actually created some that we hadn't thought about, like unique things. So again, it mentions it's AI, whatever. In designing the perks for multiplayer Call of Duty game, I would aim to create a variety of options that provide different benefits to players while also maintaining balance between the different options. Some possible perks in the game are included, and it starts listing out what we want. Oh my God. This is hilarious. Lightweight, increased movement speed, and quicker aim down sights time. That's interesting. Hardline, earn more score towards kill streaks and earn them with 1 less kill. Scavenger, resupply ammunition and equipment from fallen enemies. Cold-blooded, immunity to enemy radar and thermal optics, which is weird because that's usually Ghost. Quick draw, faster weapon handling and ADS time. Ooh, I like. Stalker, faster movement while aimed down sights. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of MW3 aspects. Dead silence. Silent movement, making it harder for enemies to hear your footsteps. So, it only gave us 7. I'm going to ask it for 13 more. Let's get 20 total perks. Name 13 more perks. Let's see what it gives us based off that. Here are 13 additional perks that could be included. Ghost, immunity to UAVs and other intel gathering equipment. So I guess it's coming in a way off of Cold-Blooded, but manipulated sleight of hand. Faster reload, overkill, eavesdrop, hear enemy voice chat, that's COD 4. Recon, highlights enemies on the minimap after causing damage to them. Iron lungs, increased breath. Marksman, increased damage to enemies at long range. That's a weird one because in MW3, Marksman pretty much just showed the name tag across the map. Interesting, but it says only at long range. So in theory, snipers could be weaker unless you put on marksman and they would always get one-shot kills at long range. That could be a benefit. Sit rep highlights enemy equipment and explosives in the environment. Steady aim, reduce hip fire, double tap, increase rate of fire. Last stand, I don't like you. Martyrdom, don't like you. Juggernaut could be balanced against marksman. So that's interesting. It seems like it is dropping back to a lot of COD 4 games. Okay, so that's 20 perks it has recommended. Let's do kill streaks, and we're gonna ask it for 20 kill streaks. What 20 kill streaks would you add? Let's see if it comes up with anything new, because I have seen it come up with a couple of different kill streak options that we have never seen in a Call of Duty game before, and I'm wondering if it's going to do it here. All right, so we got UAV, care package, predator missile, sentry gun, attack helicopter. They're putting the counter UAV a bit higher. Stealth bomber, EMP, AC-130, okay. Chopper gunner, sounds about, it's looking a lot like MW. Tactical nuke, ends the game with an max explosion that kills all players, nice. Dogs, doing it right. Juggernaut, player increased health damage and a powerful weapon. Osprey gunner, a gunship that can be called in. Yeah, this is combining a lot of Modern Warfare games. Warthog, that was like out of Black Ops 2. Goliath, exoskeleton, that's coming out of Black Ops 3's DLC map, I think, or was it Advanced Warfare? Swarm, Black Ops 2, orbital VSAT. Yeah, that's the Blackbird. Canine unit, a pack of attack dogs that are more powerful and durable than regular dogs. Okay. So not only do we get normal dogs, I'm assuming maybe World at War strength, but you're getting attack dog or the canine unit, which are more powerful. And then a mothership, a heavily armed spacecraft that we can call in to attack enemy players. That's interesting. So it didn't recommend any that we have never seen before. So let's ask it. How about ones we have never seen before? All new streaks. Let's see what it would do if it creates anything new, because, oh, it's going to do 20 potential new streaks. So if you're not very specific with ChatGPT, it will go down. Time warp, slows down time for a brief period, making it easier to aim and move. Weird, scramble, causes any player's screens to scramble, making it harder for them to see and aim. So we essentially had that with System Hack in Advanced Warfare. EMP drone, a small drone that can be flown into enemy equipment and kill streaks, disabling them temporarily. Smoke screen, deploys a dense smoke screen that makes it difficult for enemy players to see. I mean, we had that in Modern Warfare 19 with white phosphorus, but okay. Teleport, allows the players to teleport to a new location on the map as a kill streak? I mean, that would be interesting if you were nuke hunting, I suppose. It would get you out of a lot of bad situations. Turret deploys a small automated turret that targets and shoot at enemy players. I'm pretty sure some of these are like specialists that we have seen in previous games. Okay. Sonic Blast, a powerful blast of sound that stuns and damages enemy players. That would be effective against people who sound whore. Blinding Flash releases a bright flash that typically blinds and disorient enemy players. So it sounds like it's suggesting a lot of support type streaks too. These aren't a lot of lethals. Gravity Well creates a power gravity that pulls enemies towards it. It doesn't say kill it. Infinite Warfare had the gun that killed you. Invisibility, yeah, it looks like a lot of these are specialist stuff. I wonder if Infinity Ward just had this AI and did some time travel and shenanigans. Invisibility makes the player invisible. Repulsion field creates a force field that pushes enemy players away. So it'd be like Fire Break from Black Ops 3, but it forces them away. Hologram creates a decoy of the player that can distract and confuse enemy. I mean, Modern Warfare 22 has the decoy. Laser Strike calls in a precision laser strike on enemy teams. Poison Gas releases a cloud of poisonous gas that damages and disorients enemy players. Telekinesis allows the players to move and throw objects with their mind. Chat, we're talking about COD. What are you doing? What you doing? Tornado. Summons a powerful tornado that damages and throws around enemy players. That'd be hilarious on Vortex face-off map from MW3 where there's a tornado off in the background. Cloaking field creates a field of distortion that makes it difficult for enemy players to see through. Mind control typically takes control of an enemy player's character. That would be hilarious. Lightning Strike calls in a powerful lightning strike that damages and stuns enemy players. Singularity creates a black hole that sucks them in and destroys enemy players and equipment. So that was definitely... So it looks like a lot of this new kill streaks are actually abilities and stuff that we saw like in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Okay, so we've done perks and we've done kill streaks. What kind of weapons would you do? What type of weapons would you add and their classes? Let's see what it would do here. Here are some potential weapons that would be added to a Call of Duty multiplayer. Assault rifles, ARX-58, AR, G11, okay. AN94. So it is literally pulling all this from previous CODs, but it's building it into one game. But I can't say I'm mad because you're getting a Black Ops 1 gun and Black Ops 2 gun. The ARX-58, I want to say that was an advanced warfare gun. Okay, submachine guns, P90, yes. Scorpion Evo, Drift would go nuts. The K7, that's Ghosts. Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare shotguns, KSG, Origin 12, and R870. Sniper rifles, the Intervention. It wants to bring back the Intervention. Okay. VKS, a bullpup sniper rifle with low recoil and fast handling. A bolt action sniper, so it really does like its bolt actions. Light machine guns, Ultimax 100. A lightweight LMG with high accuracy and fast handling. I'm assuming it's going to have low damage. LSAT, Black Ops 2. HK21, Black Ops 1. Marksman rifle, the M39 EMR. SVD, MK14 EBR. Okay, few examples. Let's do add 3 more to each category. See what it comes up with. If it comes up with more automatics or any fancy. Oh, it's bringing back the TAR 21 for ARs. FAMAS. What else you got? What is that? I know I played that and used that in Combat Arms, but I can't remember. I think it's like a step up from an M4. I can't remember. But okay. Submachine guns, MP7, MP5 Uzi, classic. Shotguns, Sega 12, a semi-automatic shotgun, high rate of fire and large magazine, AA12. Okay, Remington model 1100. Sniper rifles, we're going to go with the M82A1. Dragunov, the Barrett. Okay. I'm saying that this is a large variety, it seems, from different time frames and stuff like that. M60, Black Ops 1, PKM. Was that in Ghost, or did we have that in a different Black Ops game? Stoner 63, Black Ops 1. Like, all of these are weapons that I legitimately used a lot in whatever game I played. HK417, QB888, M21 EBR. So we got a lot of EBRs in here. But that is a lot of usable weapons that it's almost like the most used, if not best, from each category from across multiple games. So I'm all for that. So here's the ultimate question. What time frame would it be? What time frame would this multiplayer specifically? Would depend on the specific storyline and setting that developers chooses don't focus on. Call of Duty games have been set in yes, if the game were set in a modern day or near future setting, it could have feature a mix of both classic and cutting edge weapons, as well as of various gadgets and equipment that reflect current military technology. On the other hand, if the game were set in an historical period, like on equipment during that time, such as rifles, pistols, and grenades. Ultimately, the time frame would depend on the vision of the multiplayer. All right, I'm going to tell it to pick a specific time frame and year for this scenario. I want them to be specific. I want to see what ChatGPT where it would put it. Okay, so let's say that the multiplayer Call of Duty is set in the near future in the year 2045. This setting would allow for a mix of classic and futuristic weapons and equipment, as well as an opportunity to explore various geographical, technological developments that may shape the world in coming decades. Some potential themes for the game could include advanced cyber warfare, artificial intelligence, and the rise of private military contractors. The weapons and equipment in the game could range from traditional firearms to explosive and high-tech gadgets like drones. Overall, a near future setting will allow for creative freedom. So basically, this is doing like a Black Ops 2-esque game, but like with the time frame shift. So we got Black Ops 2, I believe, in like 2012, 2013, and it was based in the year 2025. So now that it's 2023, it's basing it in 2045, which I want to say is it's between Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3, which I would love to see a Black Ops 3 prequel where you have wall running, but not thrust jumping. That way you have the slide mechanics, the fluidity, all of that with wall running, but no double jump. So it's very interesting that it's picking this time period. So I think even this AI agrees, no more World War II. We're going near future. So I'm all for that. So we've got perks, we've got guns, we've got kill streaks, we've got time frame. I guess the question is going to be here, should skill-based matchmaking be prioritized? I gotta spell it right. Prioritized over connection. The decision to whether prioritize skill-based matchmaking or connection quality in a multiplayer game is a complex one that depends on a variety of factors such as the size of the player base, the competitiveness of the game, and the goals of the developers. Interesting. Skill-based matchmaking can help ensure that players are matched with opponents who are in a similar skill level, which can be made for competitive and challenging experience. However, if skill-based matchmaking is too strict, it can lead to longer wait times for matches and a higher likelihood of encountering lag or other connection issues. Anybody feel that's familiar with Modern Warfare 22? You go from having a scenario where it feels like your weapons are hitting when they should to skill-based damage. I don't know. On the other hand, prioritizing connection quality can help ensure players have a smooth and stable experience with minimal lag or network-related issues. However, this can lead to a wider range of skill levels in each match, which may not be ideal for players who are looking for a more competitive experience. Ultimately, the best approach is to strike a balance between skill-based matchmaking and connection quality, depending on the specific needs and goals of the game. For example, a highly competitive game with a large and active player base may benefit from a stricter skill-based matchmaking system, while a more casual game, Call of Duty is a casual game, I will die on that hill. A more casual game with a smaller player base may prioritize connection quality to ensure a smooth and enjoyable experience for all players. Should there be skill-based matchmaking in public matches if the game has a ranked mode? So we're going to see what this has to say in that, because I would say it would be very, very loose in public. Very loose. Like there would be a protected bracket, like 0.5 KD and below. We'll go from there. But I think it might just be repeating what it was in the previous statement. The decision whether to include it in public matches if a game has a rank mode is a matter of game design and player preference. On one hand, having skill-based matchmaking in public matches can provide a more balanced and competitive experience for players who may not want to commit to playing in a ranked mode. It can also help improve their skill and provide a better sense of progression as they move up the ranks. On the other hand, some players may prefer to have public matches be more casual and relaxed with the pressure of having constantly compete against similarly skilled opponents. They may also prefer a wider variety of skill levels in public matches, as this can provide more opportunities for unique and unpredictable gameplay experiences. The problem with high skill-based matchmaking lobbies is the matches will play almost the exact same. If you're playing people of your exact same skill level, they tend to go the same routes, same head glitches, same weaponry, same kill streaks. It feels like you're playing against yourself when it is super strict. So the fact that it's saying that for more unique and unpredictable gameplay, that's what we need in casual matches. Because if we get repetitive, we don't want to play anymore. Ultimately, decision of whether to include in public matches if a game has ranked mode will depend on the priorities and goals of the game developers. Yeah, it does. As well as the preferences of the player base, it is possible to strike a balance between the two. For example, by offering both casual and competitive playlists with different matchmaking settings. It's not that hard. Loose in public, strict in ranked. It's that simple. It really is. So, I'm curious. How would you design your mastery camo? Since we've had Dark Matter, Damascus, all these other ones, I'm curious how it would want to design it. If you were to design a mastery camo it would aim to create a design that is both visually striking and representative of a player's skill and dedication. Here are some key elements it would include. To earn the mastery camo, this player would need to complete a set of challenging tasks, such as achieving a certain number of kills or headshots with a specific weapon, or completing a set of difficult challenges. This would make the camo a true mark of mastery. I'm going to be honest, Modern Warfare 22's was kind of easy to get. Whereas Vanguard was a pain and too grindy. A unique design would feature a unique design, stunning, and it would catch details of the players. The thing I was hoping it would give a specific thing. Players would be able to customize the customization options. Here's an interesting, and this is what I think we've been asking for. Players would be able to customize the look of their mastery camo by choosing from a range of color options or customization features. This would allow players to personalize their camo and make it truly theirs. That's interesting. So you get the mastery camo, but then you can alter it. Imagine if you could change out the colors or like the tone and the hue and stuff like that. Interesting. In-game effects. To further highlight the player's skill and dedication, the mastery camo would include special in-game effects, such as a unique sound effects or animations that would play when the player gets a kill or completes a challenge. See, that's interesting as well. You'd be giving weapon effects like you would get in the shop to the mastery camo. But it says as you complete challenges as well, so I'm assuming It's not just locked to unlocking it. There's more to do. Okay, fair enough. Moving on. How would you make your progression system? Prestiges or just per season? I spelled it wrong. All right, let's see how it designs the progression system. The decision of whether to use a prestige-based system or a seasonal system would depend on the goals and priorities of the game and its player base. Here are some considerations for each approach. Prestige-based system. In a prestige stage, players can experience points for completing matches and challenges. When they reach a certain amount, they can choose to prestige and reset their rank to start the process over again. The advantage of this system is that it provides players with a clear sense of progression and sense of accomplishment as they climb through the ranks and earn new rewards with each prestige. However, some players may find the constant resetting of their progress to be frustrating or discouraging, especially if they have invested a lot of time and effort into earning higher ranks. But we kind of solved that with having the unlock tokens. You can get your favorite stuff the more you do it. I mean, for me, that kind of solved that. Seasonal system. In a seasonal system, players earn experience points in the course of a fixed period of time, and their progress resets at the end of the period. The advantage of the system is to provide players with a sense of newness and freshness with each season, but unfortunately it doesn't do that. However, the players may find it frustrating to lose their progress, so we're not actually losing any progress. Pick one. What is it going to pick? If it had to choose between a prestige-based system and a seasonal system, ChatGPT is wanting to lean towards a seasonal system, because it thinks that the fixed ratio can create more sense of urgency and excitement for players to work towards earning the rank and achieving their goals within a space. Additionally, the end of a season can provide a natural break in gameplay, an opportunity for players to take a break or try something new. However, this ultimately depends on the specific game and its player base, as different games and players have different preferences and priorities. Interesting. It would rather go down the route of seasonal. Okay. How would your DLC content come out and how many new maps versus remakes? One that's all on our minds. When it comes to releasing DLC content for a game, there are many different approaches that could be taken on the game and its player base. Here's a general framework that I would use when planning DLC content for a Call of Duty game. Map ratio. You would aim to strike a balance between new maps and remakes, as both have their benefits. New maps provide fresh experience for players and can showcase their creative talents of the development team, while remakes can bring back fan favorite maps from past games and provide a sense of nostalgia and familiarity for players. I would aim to release roughly 2 new maps for every 1 remake. Okay, it's lower than my ratio, but I can do it. I can tolerate it, but this could be adjusted based on player feedback and other factors. Release schedule. I would aim to release DLC content on a regular schedule, with a new batch of content coming out every 3 to 4 months or so. This would provide a steady stream of new content for players to look forward to and help keep the game fresh and exciting for the long term. In addition to new maps and remakes, I would aim to include other types of content in each DLC release, such as new weapons, perks, killstreaks, and game modes. This would help keep the release feeling fresh and exciting and provide a variety of new gameplay experiences for players to enjoy. Pricing model. I would aim to keep the pricing of DLC content reasonable and accessible so that many players as possible can join the new content. This would include offering DLC packs at a discount when purchased in a bundle, or offering free DLC content to players who participate in certain events or challenges. So even ChatGPT has decided that it would make DLC paid at a decent price, cheaper and bundled. So basically, if you remember the season pass versus buying, the one DLC bundle every 3 or 4 months. But if you participated in events or completed in-game challenges, you could get it for free. I've been saying that for a while, that there are people out there who can't afford the content when we were back on buying DLC, that you should reward them for their playtime with it, either generating in-game currency like Black Ops 1 to buy it or something like that. But this is what ChatGPT thinks about doing. Overall, the key to a successful DLC strategy is to provide a stream of fresh, exciting content that keeps players engaged and coming back for more by balancing new maps and remakes, releasing content on a regular schedule, and offering a variety of new content types. A game can provide a fun and engaging experience for a long term. So that is amazing. Like, this seems like it is going above and beyond of what we're seeing out of current developer studios. So I think we've covered pretty much everything. What type of map design? I'm curious. That'd be the last one we go. What type of map design would you go with? I'm curious because we've done everything. Guns, kill streaks, perks, skill-based matchmaking talk, rank versus pubs, and DLC schedule. So how would it design its maps? When it comes to the map design for Call of Duty, there are many different styles and approaches to be used. Like the right approach to be on the specific game and its player base. Variety. It's important to have a variety of different map style environments to keep the game feeling fresh and interesting over the long term. This can include small, fast-paced maps for close quarter combat. Okay. And everything in between. Flow. Maps should be designed with a sense of flow and movement in mind, with clear paths and choke point that can help guide players through the environment. This can help prevent players from feeling lost or disorientated. It can also help create opportunities for strategic gameplay. Verticality. Adding verticality to maps can help create new and interesting gameplay dynamics, such as the ability to climb to higher vantage points or to drop down on unsuspected. This can keep the game feeling fresh and exciting. I don't like that one. Sightlines. Maps should be designed with clear sightlines in mind so the players can see where they're going and can anticipate enemy movements. At the same time, there should be enough cover and concealment to provide strategic options for players and to prevent camping. Theme. Maps should have a clear theme setting to help create a sense of atmosphere and immersion. This could include anything from urban cityscapes to remote jungle environments, can help make the maps feel unique and memorable. Okay, so it really didn't get specific with like 3-lane versus openness, but so I think with all of this in mind, ChatGPT actually is designing a decent multiplayer game that I would actually play, and it's coming along with some different design philosophies that current dev teams could definitely pick on. I'm looking at you, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer, on how to actually make your game fun and what to focus on. So it's kind of interesting to see what an AI can come up with versus what we're actually getting, but it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. Would you buy this?